So I guess you can either stick with the basic set you have, which is this, or you can take either of these. I like that. Because in Dead Cells you could technically wear the basic weapons after unlocking something else, but you had to go out of your way to discover that. And I'm not quite sure if anyone that didn't play with didn't play for the achievements discovered that. Bewitched Catacombs. This place sounds like it's gonna have poison. You know what? Do we want to go spicy today? Gold? Question mark, gold. Is this gonna be our awful run? Exactly. But it's gonna be fun. I think. The Necropolis, and we're gonna die here. 1000 gold, and why do I have +5 perception? What gave me that? +5 perception. Oh, I thought it only gave me gold. What do you guys do? That will give me curse, I guess. They can have up block on them. There is poison mechanic in this game. I should have destroyed this, but I didn't. Please destroy. Not so lucky. A slow attack like that. You can destroy the shield by using this secondary attack, or at least the combo attack. More time limit when it comes to grid kills. That is not the problem with grid kills. The problem with grid kills is that you get hit. You can restore the time on grid kills by just hitting the enemy, so there isn't really a problem in, you know, restoring them. Or you can just dodge or parry to restore the time on grid kills. Those traps look like cancer. Now, I'm not the biggest fan. 1 star. I can get a poison somewhere. This place sucks. What is this, bro? I thought that's gonna stun the enemy. Stun? Nope. Not sure what happened there. I'm assuming these worms heal these guys. So when these like tall enemies have eyes above them, they can teleport behind you and nothing personal, kid you. This would have been useful like 5 seconds ago to destroy these secret walls. I'm still gonna stick with this route. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. This is gonna be a bit more risky than my usual runs, I guess. Who's a happy boy? Oh, he's not happy. Don't get hit by enemies. For sure, bro. So that enemy can only teleport behind you when you're close to them. Yeah. I'm gonna play slowly. I'm gonna get hit instantly. He wasn't a happy boy. I played that well or not well. I guess you could have parried there, if you thought about it. But I didn't, and I forgot that you can parry in the middle of an attack. And I don't really have the reaction time for these enemies. They're a bit too fast for me. That one was slow though. You can just stun lock them. That is an upgrade, so I'm gonna take it. Not a useful upgrade. You cannot sell the item to the cursed gods if you equipped an item before. Wait, I can burn enemies by hitting them with a torch. Right, that's a mechanic. And this weapon gets burning if you hit enemies that are already burning, I guess. Interesting, interesting. And you have light when you're near a burning enemy. Oh! So you can have light during a boss fight. You just need to hit the boss with a fire. More damage per carried gold. I have 2600 and I'm gonna take a path that's quite heavy on gold, so nice. Plus 3 constitution, I don't mind that. More gold. If the weapons are gonna be bad, I'm not gonna take them. I'm just gonna stick with the gold that increase my damage. Blinding Greed. The glint of gold is that only light that truly soothes when darkness and ambition join forces. Gold on the ground disappears after a short time. The amount of gold on the ground increases. That's a good deal to me. I like that. Unless it's this gold as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give me a second, guys. That was the single worst attack I could have chosen on that enemy. It was slow and it took my energy. Boys, chill out. I need to take this go. There is way more gold on the ground though. So like, that was worth it. I'm gonna tell that to myself. The parry reaction time in this game is insane. I get hit so many times because I don't know how to parry. No, no, no. Maybe the curse is kind of bad because it makes me play like a dumbass. Are you serious? I hit the wall? More lightning damage. I think I would prefer the HP because I don't have anything that deals lightning damage right now, and well, there is 2 shops with weapons, so I guess I could find one, but not high hopes for that. Especially if I want to keep my money. That attack was so slow, man. I think I'm gonna take the path where it can heal me as well. Gonna get another curse because of that, but it's fine. Probably. I cannot believe I parried that. I cannot believe I didn't parry that. Sure. Stop. Need healer forgetting how to shoot for a second. I'm gonna take a healing next floor, so we're fine. What do we have here? Finishers cost no stamina. Kind of useless. Base weapon damage if secondary weapon is a whip. I don't have a whip. Base damage per level of relics carried. That is not gonna be helpful to me. Base damage per point of dexterity. Secondary weapon is a pistol. That could work. I don't know how maces work in this game. Two-handed weapon, spear, not the biggest fan of that. Each kill restores stamina, darkness, chance to inflict lightning damage. Wait, does my chance to inflict fire damage? Ah, I see. Damage against uninjured enemies. I think I'm gonna reroll this. Lightning, of course I'm gonna get a lightning weapon that looks kind of juicy right now. Hunting Axes. Main weapon, throwing. 100% damage against weakened enemies. Plus 30% damage against elites, champions and bosses. What do I mean champions and bosses? Did I not fight the boss yet? Primal weapon. Primal hammer. Charge attacks weaken enemies, I have that right now. Uninjured enemies, critical damage. I think I'm gonna take this, because it's gonna be really good with my two-handed weapon. I can activate weakened on enemy, and then I can just destroy them with my main weapon. I'm gonna take the healing because I want to have another curse, and because I want to not die next floor. Heal me a bit more. And what is gonna be the next curse I'm gonna get? What do we want? Another relic or a chance of a better weapon? Upgrading my weapon doesn't sound too bad. Sure. Corrupted. No. Sincere offering. Blood offerings, goddammit. The game really wants to bloodlet me. 45 damage! No stamina! That was a good deal. That was such a good deal. I still suck at this game. Oh my god. This guy is either taking 10 years to attack or 5 seconds. We can walk towards... We cannot go up. I can take poison though. For free. I thought I'm taking damage during this interaction. Imagine dying when doing a deal. 3% damage per point of perception. That is a really nice weapon. Secondary dagger. Sure. That sounds really nice. How much perception do I have? Only 5? Only 5. Not the best deal, but that's still plus 15% damage. Imagine having that when I was doing one of the previous runs. That would be awesome. Silent gaming, need healer. Are you serious? That went from the best thing I could do to the worst thing, because I got knocked back. Like that one play, where I used the charge attack and the weapon. For some reason I got knocked a bit back, which made me get hit by everything. For a second I thought there's a place where I can buy a weapon, and I'm like, why? I want to get more upgrades. So, what do the upgrades do me? Points of dexterity give me damage, from 2 to 3%. Also a bit more damage on the main weapon. Nothing here except more base damage. I think base damage on this weapon is by far the best. Because it means plus 100% damage I get. Two champions on bosses, oh my god. This champion is about to get wrecked. Yo, champion. Xukat the Witch. Get this. 157? Oh, what the hell? Not too bad. Pretty bad. Corrupted. Corrupted even more. This boss is undodgeable. Can you parry that though? You can! So that makes it way easier. If you know when the boss hits you. I guess it's not a boss, it's only the champion right now. Which makes me really scared because we couldn't get Nemesis. Only 270 damage taken from the most damaging enemy. But this makes me scared because we could only take like 3 curses max if we played really hard into curses. So the next floors are gonna be way longer now. Blood Emblem acquired, plus new exploration available. 6 new blessings available though. Indomitable. Restores 50% max HP after defeating a non-optional champion or boss. No. I don't like to see this. Non-optional champion or boss. No. Successful parries channel the power of the wind, stunning all enemies in a large radius. Siege Al's treasures. Gain 2 perception each time you make a gold offering. More gold per gold spent? Divine Perception. Gear found in chests or dropped by enemies has a high chance of being of higher quality. Found in chests or dropped by enemies. Serpent's Bounty. Non-optional champions or bosses drop 5 pieces of gear instead of 2 upon death. Skillful Adaptation. Blessing. Eagle. After defeating an enemy with your main or secondary weapon, your two-handed weapon deals 50% more damage and vice versa. That's nice. What do we buy now? Secondary weapon shield. Deals damage. How? 200 weapon. Heavy. 200 weapon. Spear. Give me a second, I need to go to the toilet. And then we can go and see what the hell is gonna be next. Amy Piso. We're back. What do we do next? From the weapons I can see here, this looks like a decent start, and this also looks like a nice start. And I see that if we don't have the upgrades for weapon altars here, we cannot get anything but the most basic of basic weapons. And this costs so much, why does it cost 50 per first upgrade? I just wanted to see what this button does. We could buy something here. Tamok's Bones. Gain 5 constitution at the start of your exploration, and 1 constitution at the beginning of each room, if your health is below 50% of its maximum. That's nice. Plus 50 max health per room explored, if you're below your half max health. That's a really insane upgrade if you have the thing that heals you for 8% of your max health per explored room. Because then you can force yourself to always be below half max health, and you always get plus 50 health, so you heal for 4 per floor per room explored. But I don't really know what to buy here. I think I'm gonna just go stick with this. Plus 100% more damage to enemies that get hit by traps. Reflects 100% of a parried melee attack's damage to the attacker. Sure. Evading an attack with the offhand combo fully restores stamina. Evading an attack with the offhand combo fully restores stamina. You can do that? That's wild. And it has higher base damage than these weapons. Especially this one. Hard to render. So you have half the damage of this thing, but if you kill 40 enemies you have 15 more damage. Interesting. Base damage per point of constitution. Maybe I should get something that gives me damage per point of anything else. Maybe I cannot get anything like that. Whatever. We're gonna buy something in the future runs, I guess. I think I wanna stick with this. Why can't I control with my mouse? With my controller? Challenge the two champions of the Serpent. I see where this is going. Oh no. Eclipse of the Cursed Twins. Whatever, man. Why is this so... What is this? What? What? So let's think about what we can do here. The first floor was... The boss was easy, and the enemies were fine, but the traps were the worst part. The second thing was... the boss was kind of decent, and the rest of the floor... The traps were fine, but the enemies were kind of difficult. You know, this was just awful. On all fronts, from start to finish. So let's go with the first area, where enemies were kind of chill. I'm gonna stick with gold, I think, at the start. I hope the enemies don't deal more damage by default. The fire holes. 5 perception, 5 dexterity. I have the claw. I do remember why I hate this floor. The traps everywhere. I want to explain something, and the traps on the floor is like, explain it a bit more, please. In full detail. So teleport behind the enemy with the charge attack. Or not teleport, but just charge attack behind them. Dash is the word I was looking for. Steel Tip Talons. Deals critical damage for 3 seconds after a perfect dodge. Do I perfect dodge anytime in my lifespan? Maybe. But do I prefer to have my max health restored? Perfect dodge, sure. If it was perfect parry, I would be more happy. Where the freaking light? This is the floor of where you can get burned, I guess. Which makes sense because it's called the Fiery Halls. I don't know what I did there, if I perfect parry or what the hell. I don't remember pressing the parry button, but sure. Plus 3 perception, that is a decent start for a relic. That is why I don't like this charge attack, man. You can just dash towards an enemy and be like, yo bro. And the enemy's like, yo, let me hit you. Not the perfect thing I want to happen exactly. Kind of cool that there are these statues that some are lighted up on red, so they are activated and some are not. I wanted to dodge that, thank you. What can I get here? This is the only time when I would prefer to have perception, not gonna lie. Because I don't want to spend all my money here. I would prefer to have the chance of getting more items. So I would get more money, so You know, this floor is kind of big, so each time I get more money is really good. Oh, I didn't realize that there are sometimes floors where you can get, when you can go forward or right, and some don't allow you to go left, for example. I didn't realize that at the start of the game would be useful. I think I want to go for more money. This path is really dangerous when it comes to the amount of money I will have. But this one won't allow me to get the stat upgrade. Dang it. I guess we're taking this route. Even if I'm not happy about taking it. What is going on here? Why is everything on fire? I wanted to dodge, but I don't have energy, right? That is a mechanic still. What can we get here? Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. For 70. Over a run that could be worth it. And it's 4 constitution. This sounds really decent. 7 rooms and I'm gonna get that paid off basically. Unless I get some curse that will just give you so much corruption. Don't give me a bad curse. Torch of Sorrow. Look to the moon to see the sun's light in its reflection. Look to the sun if you want to go blind. Your torch loses its fire and lighting properties. It shines with a dark light, still revealing hidden traps. You no longer take extra damage. When standing in dark... That is worth it! Where is the negative in that? I don't see the negatives, I just take less damage. Sure. If you have any deal that gives you more... some kind of reward when you're in darkness, that is free. That is so nice. That is the best deal I could take here. I didn't have the energy to do that. I guess the only negative is that I cannot deal fire debuff, but who cares? It's not like I'm gonna do that anyway. This is awesome, but it's gonna make the viewing experience probably way worse, because it's gonna be way darker. But I can sacrifice your viewing experience for my joy. I don't mind that. Corrupted, no. A bow. Not too bad to have. I wish I could destroy that wall, but it doesn't appear that I can. Gain 50% of damage taken in gold. Is that good at all? Nah, I don't think I'm gonna take that. Like, sure, if there's a room with any traps, I'm gonna get so much gold, man. But I don't think that's worth it. Oh right, I got corrupted like 20 times by the enemies. Fool's Bounty. The more a soul desires, the darker it becomes. Stealing from ancient powers leaves an even darker stain on the greedy. Opening a gold chest now inflicts corruption. Gold chests contain more gold. Worth it! Wait, gold chests only appear on the question mark floors. So who cares? I swear I pressed parry bear there. See, I did. Let me just deal with you guys. So much money! Achieve a 10x grid kill series. Let's go. That's me. Oh, these are upgrades. I definitely don't want to upgrade this one. Chance to inflict lightning damage. For this weapon it's really nice because it's really fast. If it was for my range weapon that would suck. But for my melee weapon, sure. Oh, it's the champ. No, it's not the champion yet. Am I gonna get the final curse here? I'm gonna take the route that's gonna allow me to... Oh, that's the negative. I cannot use that anymore. That's a shame. Wait, let me restore that energy first. Why did the lightning hit this guy? Base damage for shields. Perfect, man. I have so many shields to give you. I was talking about something, but I completely forgot. Silent gaming is too busy right now. The torch no longer works on those things, which is a shame, because I cannot destroy walls with bombs right now. I will need to find a weapon that allows me to fire enemies. And I need to find a way to heal myself, because right now I'm gonna just die. This is the same boss, which is fine. The biggest threat here are these jaguars. The biggest threat here is if I don't know how to play the game. Which is surprisingly often. Bro, this guy just doesn't know how to fight in this game. Like, you buff my damage, you restore my energy. Try a bit harder. I'm sure the second boss is gonna be like the biggest wall in this game suddenly. The first one was kind of a pushover, so let's make the second one absolutely impossible to deal with. Like, I'm sorry, how are you supposed to die from this boss fight? If anyone in this who played this game played Devil May Cry 4 with Credo, like, you know how to deal with these attacks. None of these curses really bother me, not gonna lie. I guess this one. Like, the first curse doesn't really affect me, because it just means no more damage taken from darkness, which 50% less damage taken, sure. Meanwhile, the second curse just costs... you get corruption when opening chests that I'm never gonna encounter in the game. How is that gonna affect me? Whoa, 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 whoa. Critical damage when dodging? More critical damage, oh my god. To the single highest attribute. Plus 8 to my damage? Bro, that's plus 16% damage? That's pretty nice. This buff is so good. This buff is also really good. I want to get curse as well. I kind of want to take the curse because I'm just gonna die if I don't. The Sun's galleries. Enemies and traps have gotten stronger. Not great. I wonder if you can... You can take more curse, then... Okay. I wasn't sure if you reach maximum curse on a floor, you can take even more. But it appears that you can. Dark Mysteries. There are some things that must be lived to be understood. Other curses are unknown, as long as this one is not lifted. What? Who's taking the piss on this one? That is the worst curse I can take at this point. If I was more familiar with this game, yeah, who cares? But I'm not. I don't know what curses I can have. That is really bad. I thought I'm gonna dodge that. Didn't. Imagine getting any curse at this point. We're boned. Life is bad. Dagger. Damage per perception. Hold up. 32 plus 27 damage. Offhand combos deal critical damage. More damage to critical. What? Heal 12% HP of gold offerings amount. If I understand that right, if I pay gold, I heal? We're immortal. I have a ranged weapon like this, and 2 melee weapons, which is fine. How much? The damage. Jaguar, what the? I mean, everyone is just getting one-shotted right now. Never mind. These are not. So I'm assuming those enemies with the weird health bars are champions. Like this. I was supposed to dodge, not parry there. Greed time, no. Gold offering cost. Offer to the gods, plus to dexterity. Sure. I mean, if the gods want this item so much, sure, you can take it. I don't mind. Desperation. Xibel's Outlook Scepter. Base damage increases by a percentage of missing HP. Each attack consumes 5 gold. That's a bonus? 50 damage when it's a normal weapon. What the hell? I'm not gonna take it. I don't think I need that right now. I'm just gonna take the attribute route. I need as much gold as I can. And as much curse as I can take. Ooh, I didn't see that enemy on the bottom. Or at least I didn't realize that's an enemy. This combo is so broken though. More damage from critical hits. Deal critical hits. No, don't leave that enemy alive. Only... Okay, that isn't too bad. But this enemy is gonna be way worse. Yeah, we fine. This enemy is worse. This enemy did nothing. He was just staring at me being like, what? You can do that? Minus corruption. More treasure find. More damage? Isn't my dagger scaling with... This dagger has more than 100% damage bonus. If I have a way of increasing my perception above my dexterity, I don't think I mind that deal. Because it will mean more damage for the dagger. Enemy defeated by environment. Do I mind that? How much slots do I have? I think I prefer the gold. Wait, this enemy now deals damage with corruption instead of the normal one. Also 8 corruption. Damage per gold. Plus constitution. Ah, was it worth it? Maybe. My goodness. Let's not repeat that ever again. Please. Right, this enemy is freaking cancer. Oh, this is too expensive. But this is exactly what I wanted to see though. Or do I want to see that? Maybe I want to have more health right now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the corrupted deal. I'm not gonna see what the corruption is though. Oh no. What's the corruption? A mystery. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Question mark, question mark, question mark? Who knows? Maybe you're gonna just die instantly. Perfect dodges now kill you. I swear I pressed the parry button. Sufficient charge range attacks always trigger perfect shot. That sounds like solid useless to me. What is this route I took? Open this up. Thank you. And goodbye. There is a corrupt enemy. I don't mind them. I cannot believe that was the perfect dodge. Wait, I can replace? I thought you cannot do that. Like, it felt like, to me at least, it felt as if you cannot replace, so you have to take a greater risk on what do you want to take. But if you can replace items, like, no, I'm not gonna take that, but sure. And now increasing my HP for corruption wasn't a bad deal. More damage. Oh. Another corruption. Who cares about corruption? 40, I'm not gonna get even corrupted here. And I get more max HP. But if I spend my money, I would have... I can spend money here. Okay, never mind, it's good. Spending money means I get to restore my HP. Like we can see from this item. Okay, that is the effect of this curse, I'm assuming. I just don't know what it is. Something happened when I took damage. Not great. What are you? 30% damage against burning enemies. 5% damage per level of relics carried. I don't really have that many levels on those. But it's still 24 plus 31. How does this look like? Like, that is not too bad as a weapon. What does this give me? Damage after parry, dodging. I don't really care about that. So I guess we switch our weapon. I could upgrade it already. Don't really care about that. This upgrade would be huge. Plus 40, 54. This weapon doesn't really do anything. Sure. An offering. Do I restore my HP? 144 HP. That wasn't too good. I thought I'm gonna heal for way more. Let's not take damage and we're gonna be fine on this boss fight. Litz and Nepak, the cursed twins. So this twin applies corruption. Yeah, even a lot of corruption. This twin seems way more chill. And they just switch every like quarter of health. Oh, never mind. Both of the twins are kind of decent. This one just... each boss has like 2 unique attacks that they deal. The first boss of this temple, I guess, just... what to say that he does? He summons jaguars and he throws spears. These bosses, each twin had 2 attacks as well. The light twin was doing 2 whip attacks, and I'm not quite sure what the second attack is. But the corrupted twin was doing a charge attack, or a dash into you. And then a second attack was like a triple hit combo into another like dash. What did I get here? 49 skulls and 10 jade rings. I guess the most complicated boss so far was from the Serpent Temple, because they had way more attacks and those attacks were kind of fucked. Get one more blood emblem to unlock new content. That's how you unlock these things, you need the blood. Oh! I thought they costed these. I didn't realize that. Find and equip this weapon in the temple to reveal it. That's a cool mechanic. Killing multiple enemies within a 3-second window activates Fury. What did I even unlock here? I have no clue. I'm gonna go and probably buy something here? Maybe better main weapons. Or secondary weapons. What do I prefer? The daggers are so nice, I really like them. But the main weapons are really good as well. And I guess we can unlock this, evening an attack with the offhand full combo. I have no clue how to do that, but I like that it deals a lot of base damage. Kills make attacks deal critical damage for 5 seconds. 50 damage for a heavy weapon. Charge attacks strike 3 times in a line behind the point of impact. Not quite sure what does that mean. 200 weapon. Bomb. We still haven't seen any bomb. Full charge shots weaken enemies. I should have bought that way earlier. That is awesome. I have 60 skulls. What is better? A good upgrade to myself for the start of the run, and this could be useful. Instead of the damage to enemies through traps, I guess. Restoring 50% health after a boss is also really nice. Gain 1 dexterity each time you complete a room without taking damage. That is insane! Plus 2% damage per room clear, if you know how to play well. Will of Sichal, this is insane! Plus 20% curse you need to take before you're cursed. Your grid kill count never runs out when you are out of combat and does not reset between rooms. Your damage is increased by 1% per active grid kill count up to 50%. That is so good with this. Sorry, with this. Plus 2% damage per room clear, plus if you don't get hit, more money. That is wild. I'm not quite sure what to take. At some point I need to get good at this game to not take so much damage. But that is not that is not right now. Let's take this. It's gonna allow me to just play a bit more aggressively with the curses. And that's gonna allow me to play better over time, I think.
Broken.